for the most part, it's pretty traditional. It's not like I've seen a lot of weddings that have a lot of different things going on. It's really traditional. It's pretty much just like, you know, it used to be, where it's cut and dry with the ceremony and reception and all of that.
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Traditional and simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just us.
We met in college, and we met through one of our friends, and it was at like an apartment complex that he lived in, and I actually came back home for the summer, and my neighborhood was right by that apartment complex. So like we just met over there with my friend. She was dating like one of his friends, and we were just meeting over there after going out to eat, and we met that night just together. Like he was over there with his friends and I was with mine, and
it wasn't quite like that, but
no, it was a little more
she was
detailed.
kind of dating another acquaintance of mine that I went to school with, and she was coming to meet him.
Yeah, okay. That's the true story.
So
yes.
my friend was there to hook me up with her, and she was enticed to come because she thought she was going to meet the guy that she was talking to at the time.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that she met me. And as resistant as she was, at the end of the night, I'd sealed the deal. And she went out with me. And we've been together ever since.
Yeah.
Literally.
That night is when we started like talking, because I went over there to meet somebody else, and then I was just kind of like sitting by myself. And then he came over and started talking to me. And
we've been out every day.
After that we saw each other every single day. Yeah.
Been together. It's 8 years now. It's 7.
7
years.
Yeah.
I had met Janeese previously about 3 months before I actually talked to her, and I seen her at a party. And I seen her at a party, and I knew she was friends with my teammate's girlfriend. So I harassed him to harass his girlfriend for about 3 months, you know, to hook me up with her friend. I don't know her name. I described her to a T, and she remembered who it was, and I waited 3 months for that day to actually meet her, and just to know she wasn't even coming to see me, but I sealed the deal anyway at the end of the day. That's my story, so.
I knew he was the right one, and this may sound a little crazy, but when we were going out on a date and it was raining, like really, really hard, and we, we're going out to the car, and he was like, wait here. And I waited under like a little underpass or whatever, and he went and got his truck and drove it on the sidewalk all the way up. It's like an apartment complex, so you have to like walk, and then you go into the area. So he drove it like all the way up there so that I wouldn't get my hair wet. I was like, oh my God, that's it. It's him. He just like popped it up on the sidewalk, and I was like, I love it. Like that was nice for me. Yeah, that was a plus. He's definitely a gentleman. He'll open the door, hold the door, pull out my chair for dinner. When we're going out to dinner or something, he'll pull out my chair. So yeah, he's raised well.
I don't think it was an actual particular time. I do remember one time just taking a trip down to Georgia before we even lived there and driving with her, and that was our first like real driving road trip, and it was just me and her, 8 hours one way, 8 hours back. And I think just having the in-depth conversations, really just kind of figuring each other out. We had been dating for a while at the time, but we were still young, so we really the questions of what our plans were together or just in general, never really came up. And we had some long, interesting conversations, some good and some not so good. But I think it was like a pivotal point that, I realized that, this is the woman that I really think that I want to be with for the rest of my life. So it was definitely a great road trip.
one time we came here on vacation, and it was really something about that particular vacation just did it. It was like, oh, I loved it. That's why we're getting married here. I just like the atmosphere. I like how it's family and, you know, people, it's a vacation spot for families to go to, and it's also a good spot if you just want to go hang out with friends or whatever. But the thing that I really liked the most was when we went out on a yacht, and we went out for like 4 hours or something, and it was just like, oh my God, like I love this, you know, and I love the water. So it was that's what sealed the deal for the trip. I was like, oh, I gotta come back here, and it was beautiful. So yeah, that's.
You love the water, but you don't love to get in.
I don't. I love to look at it.
It's just time. I mean, I'm just excited to be able to share this moment with my family. I mean, she's been the backbone of my life for 7 years now, through a lot that's going on with me personally, and I think it's important for, you know, her to have this day, and I'm just excited to be the one that she gets to share it with.
Aww. Yeah, I'm ready to seal the deal here. I'm really looking forward to just becoming Mrs. Snelling and just, you know, spending the rest of my life with them, and having the kids see us get married and everything. They're just really excited, and so I'm just happy that we're all gonna be able to just be there and see it and just experience everything together. Yeah, my daughter's the flower girl and my son's the ring bearer. Yeah,
it's pretty cool. I mean, you know, it's not conventional to see, but they definitely get to experience their parents' wedding, which is pretty cool. And my daughter, she's really old enough to understand, and so she's been excited for a while. So it's pretty cool to see how excited she is to see her parents getting married. It means a lot.
Yeah. I'm gonna be really nervous and anxious, but excited, and, you know, wanting to see his face. One thing I do know is that I'm probably gonna sweat, which is really I sweat a lot when I get very nervous. I sweat a lot. So I'm just hoping that I don't, but besides that, if it makes any sense, I'm actually nervous about sweating. But yeah, I'm just gonna be excited to, you know, everything. The only thing that's gonna be going through my mind is getting down the aisle and seeing him. I don't really do well in front of crowds, so my focus is just to get there and get out of there.
It's just I'd kind of describe it every time I go out there to play a game. You know, I've been doing it so long, and, you know, you're comfortable doing it, and you know that whether it's football, you know that game, or her, I know her so well, you know, and vice versa. I just think it'll be just a relief that, you know, we're finally here, and, you know, through all, you know, this 7 years, we stuck it through, and now we're at another point in our life, and, you know, this is it. You know, the future is, you know, is us together. So I'm really excited. I think I'm gonna be really more excited as the day comes, you know, just anxious, ready to get it done and have a good time with my family.
His heart. He has a really good heart. He walks around and huffs and puffs like the big bad wolf, but he's very soft. I always say you're a softie. He doesn't like it, but he really is. He has a good heart, and he genuinely cares about people and his friends and family and everyone who's really close to him, and takes care of everybody. So
I'm hard to deal with. If anyone knows me in my family, I'm the baby of boys, so I was a bit spoiled. You know, I'm very strong-minded and opinionated about things, and, you know, I can be really hard to deal with. You know, sometimes I'm hot and cold. You know, you don't know where I'm coming or going, and these are all qualities that I know about myself, and I do try to work on them. But she's just, you know, she's the one woman that I ever met that just can handle it, you know, and dish it back to me, and do it in a way that, you know, in a graceful way that I love about her. And I mean, just those characteristics, just, you know, for me to have those characteristics and be able to deal with me, it's just like, it just makes me feel like that she is my better half.
He's my best friend. I can tell him anything. He tells me anything, everything. I I think that's really important because we're able to communicate very well because we're friends. And it's like, no matter what, we always just come back to just a friendship. We're just so close that it's like, I don't think anything can really, come in between that.
I want to be a better man for Janeese because I just feel like that's what she deserves. She's put in a lot of effort into this relationship, and to me, making our relationship better for both of us, and just being a better person, and the type of woman she needs for me. And I just want to make the same sacrifice she's done over the years. And us having 2 children, young children, I want to show them, especially my daughter, of what a man's supposed to be like and how they're supposed to treat a woman, especially her mother. I think that's really important. And to show my son how it is to be a man and how to treat a woman, especially his mother. So I mean, for them to be at this age and everything so impacting at this age, I really want them to see that and that we're doing it the right way.